Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques. What's up, y'all? What is good? Happy Monday. And more importantly, man, for today, Jacques, man, you know what today is, man. First of all, it's my father's birthday. Shout out to Lorenzo Jr., my dad. Happy birthday to you. If you're watching the show, he loves the show. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, man. And happy Halloween from us, Tennessee Titans Weekly. You know what I'm saying? Happy Halloween to everybody. We got 13 people in the chat already. Happy Halloween, folks.
Yes, sir. Happy Halloween. Let's go through real quick, man.
We got a super chat early.
Already. Mark something. Tighten up. For my boy Zach Carp, he says, go boo yourself, O. Henry.
Yes, sir. Zach Carpenter, what's up, man? Hey, Zach, early, man. Boom. Zach Carpenter in the building early. Appreciate it, Zach. Thank you, sir.
Let's go down.
Happy Halloween to you, Zach.
Yep. Zach says, tighten up. Let's go here. Sean Bree in the building. He said, tighten up. Let's get the show started. Got a lot of
discussion. You right about that? Ooh,
yes, we do, bro. Yes, we do. Hey, do y'all think Tannehill? Just wait on it, baby.
Yeah, we coming with it.
In the building. What up?
What's happening now?
What up, brother? Hey, we're going to talk about it.
Let's see.
Hey, what about Rob, bro? Hey, thank you for subscribing to my other channel, bro. I appreciate it.
What up? What about Rob? What's good?
We got DO9 motivates, brother. Somebody for Tannehill to throw to. Ian Talley, what up, bro? We got a lot to talk about. What up, Ian? We got they coming in. They coming in now, Hawks. Bear with me. Sir. Bryce Tubbs in the building. What up, bro?
What up, Bryce T?
It is coming through. We got Jetstream in the building. Tighten up. We got Alex Mans in the building. Tighten up.
What's up, y'all?
Happy Halloween. We got a million in the building. What up, bro? We got Jeremiah in the building. Hey. We got Keisha. What up, Keisha? She said, what up, guys? I sure hope we get Tannehill back for Sunday. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
Jonathan, hey, what up, bro? He said, why y'all got to start so late? I'm tired as fool.
Hey, man. We understand. Hey, man, long day. You know, getting kids there. Halloween. We had kids coming by. Hey, we got to get that done. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Titan Fox in the building. What up, bro? He says, happy Halloween. We got In Charge Ball all day. Hey, shout out to the balls. Hey, we got LGP. Hey, LG Rip in the building with the $20 super chat. He said, what up, fellas?
Up, man?
Keep up the good work. Tighten up. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
LG part 2. Hey, bro, that gets 2.
Yes, sir.
And it's early, man. Yes, LG part 2.
Boom.
Boom. LG part 2 in the building early. Yes, hey, bro, we appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir, we do. Yes, sir. We got Quay Willis. He said, tighten up Halloween, fellas. Yes, sir. Tighten Overdrive in the building. He says, tighten up. What up, fellas, man? They coming, bro. Sean B in the building back again. What up, bro? We got Rashad right in the building. He says, tighten up. We got Jason in the building. Hey, they coming in,
Jason,
man.
What's good? What's going on, bro? Hey, tighten up, man.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all, man. Y'all in here early, man. We appreciate it, bro. Thank you for the super chats early.
Yeah, we know it's late, but it's early in our show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, we appreciate everybody, you know what I'm saying, joining in our show as well, man. Hopefully it's the last show you heard, you know what I'm saying, of today and even from yesterday, give you the nightcap, so to speak, of what took place during the game. So, yes, Jacques, we do have a lot to talk about, man. We're gonna get into it. But first, man, how many of you were fans of the Maury Povich show?
Everybody grew up. If you Millennial Gen X, you grew up on Maury, man. That was our grannies, grandmamas, aunties.
yeah, man. So we're gonna cut on the Maury Povich show real quick. We're gonna do a little something different tonight, man. It's Halloween, man. Hey, it's trick or treat, right? So let's do that today. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut on the Maury show. So we are at the Maury Povich show, man. So welcome in everybody to the Maury Povich show and everything, man. And we got some things to discuss. We do. So Maury has a question. So Maury is bringing on his special guest. So hey, this is what's going on, folks. Welcome, folks, to our show, the Maury Povich show. We want to bring in our special guest, and that is Derrick Henry. How you doing, Derrick?
Hey, I'm doing all right. You know. Hey, I got to do what I do, man. I'm a Titan for life. I done ran amok on my Texans, man. So I'm just trying to get to that champ, man. How you doing, Maury?
Man, I'm doing well, Derek. Doing well, man. So we're glad to have you on the show, man. So we want to talk a bit about, the game that you had against Houston, man. You had 219 yards rushing, 6.8 yards a carry, and 2 touchdowns. Good gracious, Derrick Henry. I mean, how do you feel about that, Derek?
Man, that's just a light work. We do that every time we play them, man. You know how we do. We put in work, man. I didn't even break a sweat, man. You see me, man. I'm just sitting here. I'm angry. I'm still angry, man. I didn't even get 33 carries, man. I should have got 34 carries. So you know how I am, man. Come on now.
Yeah, Derek. Yeah, that's why we're here. That's why we're here right now. So Derek, we want to bring you in today, man. So we want to watch you back to the show to do our DNA test. So Derek, are you ready for our DNA results from our show from a few days ago?
Man, I guess, man. Let's do it, man. Let's see what we got, man. Let's see it.
All right. So, in the case of the Houston Texans organization, Derek, we have the results. Uh-oh. So let me flip through my page here. Derek, when it comes to the Houston organization, the Houston Texans entire organization, the DNA results show Derrick Henry, you are the father of the Houston Texans organization. So congratulations to you, Derek, man. How you feel, man?
Hey, I feel good, man. I was expecting that, man. It should have been mine a long time ago, man. But you know how it is, man. You gotta wait another year, man. So hey, this is my child, man. I own them. I'm gonna take care of my kids. These are my kids. You know how we're gonna do, man. So definitely. I got everything in the back for them, crib and everything. So yeah.
Okay. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. So there is one more childhood question. I'm not sure if you knew that. Yes,
one more. Another child.
Another child, Derek. We got another. We have another result here, and that is on the mascot of the Houston Texans, Toro. What? Yeah. What? I don't know if you knew about him, man, but yeah, we got some results for him as well. So when it comes to Toro, Derrick Henry, the results are in. The DNA results show that Derrick Henry, you are the father of Toro, the mascot of the Houston Texans. So, Derrick Henry, congratulations. You just own the Houston Texans, man. That's just what you do, bro.
Hey, thank you, Maury. I didn't know I had Toro, man. He's my twin. Is it twins? I think it's twins. Well, you know what?
I think it's twins. Yeah.
We need quadruplets in this thing, man. I think I own their fan base too. So I mean, you know how it is, man. Hey, I'm here. When we play them again, I'm gonna get their fan base. I think I'm gonna own their stadium next. So you know how it is, man. I appreciate it, Maury.
Hey, for sure. It's gonna be not NRG Stadium. It's gonna be DH22 Stadium. So
there you go. You go. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you all for joining the Maury Show, man. Appreciate you all watching. All right, so we had to throw that in there today, man. Derrick Henry is clearly the father of the damn Houston Texans, man, for sure, man. So all right. We'll go ahead and get the show started. Y'all just threw a little funny part in there for you all, man. So, yeah. All right. So, Jacques.
Yes, sir.
We won the game 17-10, right? Mm-hmm. Great job by the Tennessee Titans in the biggest blowout, but the closest score I've ever seen. Would you all agree with that? We blew them out, but only won by 7 points. And it's crazy, right? 17-10. So we're 5-2. The Texans are 1-5-1. We're the number 1 seed in the AFC South, and we're the number 2 seed in the AFC. How crazy is that? We are. So how did we win this game, Jacques?
I mean, but before I get there, Titan Fox, I see your comment. When we get to the chop up, this might be the first comment. So, Hawk, if you see Titans Fox comment, pin that for me because I see you, Titan. It's a good question to start off with. But anyway, okay. So how we won the game? Can you put well, first, I'm gonna give you. Let me see. 2 reasons why we won the game. Put Mr. the King up there again.
Yes, sir. His face.
Yes, please.
There he is.
Okay. This is why we won the game. Okay. This is nothing new. We expected this. We called this. I think in our last show, he ran amok. Now, like you said, Hogan, that's a hell of a statement that you just said. Was this is the closest butt whooping I've ever seen in life.
Yep.
You're right. 17-10, you would think, okay, the Texans were in this game. No. Derrick Henry, the difference is he's not a quarterback. He's a running back, right?
Yep.
And to do what he did with stacked boxes the whole game, and they still couldn't stop him, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. Matter of fact, the Houston Texans organization, Bob McNair needs to sell the team. He needs to sell the team because that's how awful that performance was. That's a piss poor performance. And I mean, you trying to say, hey, stop the king. Not only did he run him up, Dontre Hilliard ran him up. I think he had like 92 yards, right?
Yep.
I was talking to Hawk said it's a run-a-palooza. Hell, for a minute there, the league has some good runs. So, I mean, you didn't really have to do too much on offense besides throwing the ball. You just needed to run on them jokers, and they ran amok. And Derek acted a fool, and Dontrell acted a fool. Hell, they should have got Haskins involved. They should have got, matter of fact, everybody should have ran the ball. Robert Wood should have ran the ball. Cody Hollister should have got a run. Everybody should have ran the ball because that's how bad they run defense is. If I'm playing the Houston Texans, and if I'm another team and I'm watching, I'm like, okay, you see what the Titans did? We're not throwing this game. Run, just run the ball. If you got a competent running back, run the ball. Hell, we can even run the ball. Shout out to the offensive line because without them blocking, you couldn't have been able to run the ball like they did, right? Yep. Offensive line run blocking is amazing. They pass blocking is something else, but they run blocking is amazing, right?
Yep.
The second reason they won, shout out to the defense. Bud Dupree, they asked him, what do you think of this defense? What do you call this defense? He said, we're a bunch of goons. And he's right. They play like goons.
Facts, no paper.
That interior, that defensive line is amazing. I seen Tier Tart. I seen Strong. I seen DeMarcus Walker. I seen Mario Edwards Jr. I seen Jeffrey Simmons. I seen Bud Dupree. I seen damn near everybody eating, getting pressure, getting hits. It was amazing. Then you get to the second level, the linebackers. Then it's Cole out there laying a hit stick. What's his name?
David Long.
David Long shooting the A gap and the B gap like a missile. He was killing. And then you get to the secondary. Remember, we had big concerns about the secondary. Andre Adams getting involved. Shout out to Christian Fulton to get his first interception of the year. It was amazing, man. It was freaking amazing. Yeah. That's how you won the game. Derrick Henry, Dontre Hilliard, the offensive line, and the defense. And once again, Stonehouse. That's how you won the game. What you think, Hawk?
Facts, no paper. I mean, that pretty much covers it all right there as far as how we won this game, man. And when I look at Derrick Henry, I've been saying this for the longest time, man. Hashtag what? Somebody put that in the chat, man. Hashtag what? Right? It's the key to us to win. Okay. If you see it, Jacques, throw it on the screen, bro.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
Hashtag you know what, right? So do not take Derrick Henry for granted, guys. Okay. 219 yards rushing. That's not normal. That's not normal. Okay. 6.8 yards a carry. That's not normal. Okay. Derrick Henry was getting better as he continued to run. I think he has a like a LeBron James, Kobe, maybe more of a Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan mentality. Like, give me the damn ball, right? As the game, give me the ball. You can just see, like, I think they want to put him on the bench. Like, no, I want to be out here because I know that I'm going to get a lot of yards here, right? I'm trying to win. I want to win. I want to impress our will on these teams. And Derrick Henry has been amazing. The last 5 games that we've won, Derrick Henry's had over 100 yards, either rushing or all-purpose yards. You know what I'm saying? So you have people that are going to say, oh, he's losing his steam and those things. He's getting older, but Derrick Henry's still he's amazing. He's, in my opinion, the best running back in the NFL. It's always, over the last several years, it's always been, what up, Titan Anderson? What's going on, man? What's happening? What's happening?
TA say Jonathan Taylor missing. I feel him on that.
Yep. So every year you got the Jonathan Taylors, you got the Nick Chubbs, you got the Christian McCaffrey. You have all these running backs that's always in the conversation. But who's always in those conversations year in and year out? Derrick Henry. Their names change. Dalvin Cook, all those names change every year. The last 6 or 7 years, Derrick Henry's name is always in that conversation. Hell, even last year, he missed half the season. He was 10th in the league in rushing. So he was the reason. Derrick Henry literally is the father of the Houston Texans, literally. I have one of my frat brothers that was at the game. He's a Houston Texans fan. He's like, man, there's nothing we can do. I say, I know. It's nothing you guys can do. You stack the box. You get prepared all week to stop Derrick Henry. We said on our show, if you listen to our show, our pregame show, and even the show that we had about Malik Willis, we said this is going to be a run-palooza. Malik Willis is going to run. Everybody's going to run. That's all they need to do is run. And that's exactly what they did, and that's how we won this ball game. Again, 17-10. It felt like it was 35 to nothing. But Derrick Henry was the main reason we won this ball game. And to your point, our entire defense, man, from our linebackers to our DBs, and especially our front four, man, these guys were a menace, man. Like, Dameon Pierce was really trying his best to run the ball and just couldn't do it. Look at Dameon Pierce's yards, man. 35 freaking yards rushing on 2.3 yards a carry, right? Look at Davis Mills. We dared him to throw the ball. He only had 17 completions for 152 yards, man. And he had a last, Brandon Cooks at the end of the game. That was really a trash pass, but it's, towards the end of the game. But We controlled the game. We owned the Texans this game, man. There was nothing Houston could do, man. Our confidence is way up here against them, man. So, yes, Zach Carpenter, we bullied the Texans, man. So, shout out to the defense, shout out to the King, and shout out to that boy Ryan Stonehouse, man. We did our thing, man, for sure.
Yep. No facts, no paper, man. Yep. Let me see what we got here. Now, that's facts, no paper. So, you know what we're going to do? So, I know everybody wants to get to the chop-up. We're going to get to the next segment.
Okay.
And Hawk, give us a player or players or something that you think who was the player of the game.
So, I would say, man, we talked about him. I mean, it's clear as day. It's the King. Hail to the King. Hail to the King. Hail to Derrick Henry, the King. Derrick Henry, player of the game, man. You don't just to have 219 yards rushing. You don't walk in the ballpark and do that in the NFL. He was running like he was playing Alabama versus Alabama State. You know what I'm saying? It's like he was playing like he was in high school back in Yulee, Florida, right? Playing against, whoever. Derrick Henry was a menace. It's clear as day. It's Derrick Henry. He was a player of the game for me, man. What about for you, Jacques?
I carbon copy. I mean, statistically, he blew it out the water. I can give it to the defense, but I mean, Derrick, what he did was he caught up to Nick Chubb, which Nick Chubb right now is still the leader, the rushing leader right now, but he skipped everybody because he was number 4 or 5 at the time?
Something like that, yes.
Yeah, now he done skipped up to number 2. So it's definitely Derrick Henry. He is the player of the game.
Yeah, that's right, man. That's right. So we got 50 people in the chat, man. Let's see who we got up here on the chat, man. And then Jacques, I'm gonna ask you a swing question.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You gonna throw a monkey wrench in it, bro?
Yeah, for sure. So let's see what we got in the comments. Okay, full lockdown. Okay, he did. Titan Anderson, Volcano.
Jeremiah said you can run on KC.
You
can. That's a whole nother show. We got what did I see? Ryan Harris. What up, bro? He said, "What up, Ryan?
Hey, congratulations to you, Ryan, on graduating, bro. Saw that on Twitter, man. Congratulations to you, man. We got our eyes on the street. We see what's up.
We sure do. We might not. We do.
Yeah.
Like, see, I give rush for 300. Hey, we actually could have put up. Let me say this. Derrick could have put up, because that was calls that came back. Derrick probably could have put up 250, 260 if he wanted to. I wanted him to rush for 300. I did. I was like, man, can y'all do 300? Yeah, Bryce. Yeah. We're
gonna talk about that for sure.
We're gonna talk.
It might go into our next question we're gonna ask here, man.
We right. Ricky,
what up, Ricky?
Ricky Jenkins. He says, tighten up my boys. Malik gonna be okay. Just get him some. You right. We'll definitely talk about that. What about Rob? He said,
what up, Rob?
Hey, like I said, what about Rob? Hey, thank you for subscribing to the other channel, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Let me see. And there you go, Hawk. You was looking for it.
Just block. There it is, Kendall. Thank you, Kendall G. Just block, man. Just block. I mean, that's what we have to do on our offense. We do not have a lot of weapons. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Koya? You know what I'm saying? Hey, just need a block at the end of the day. Block up front and see what the King can do, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. So Jacques, man, so we did win this ball game. We only won by 7 points, despite the fact Derrick Henry had 219 yards rushing. I think we had 5 sacks, an interception. And our time of possession it's right here. Our time of possession, we had the ball for 34 minutes. They had the ball for 25 minutes, right? So you clearly see that, we owned them this entire game, but you look at the scores, 354 yards total offense, 161. So was there any, for you, man, any concerns that you saw from this game, bro?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Like you said, great win, but we've seen this before, right? And we know that you can only win like this for so long. We have a receiver problem, okay? A big receiver problem. We have offensive line concerns, yes. But we have a big receiver problem. Somebody said it earlier, and I forgot who said it, about Cody Hollister flopping, right?
Yep.
And Malik threw that interception. Okay, bad throw, right? Yep. But Hollister, first of all, why were you not trying to fight for the ball, right? I can give you a little leeway. I can give Malik a little, I can tap Malik on the hand and be like, Malik, that's bad throw, Malik, behind the back. But what the hell are you doing, Cody? He's sitting there like that. Now, you're probably trying to draw a pass interference. I get it. But then you're telling me, hey, you got Cody Hollister out there, Robert Woods, Nick Westbrook. Who are you throwing to? Hell, Ryan Tannehill couldn't even throw to these guys properly like he wants to. So you expect Malik to do it? Now, I know Vrabel and John are talking about, hey, he has to know how to block. The receiver has to know how to block. The receiver has to know how to block. Well, the receiver has to know how to catch too, right? They have to know how to get open. They have to know how to run routes. They just don't have to know how to block. We can't continue to win like we're winning. Like I said earlier, Derrick Henry is like a quarterback. He's a running back trying to be the quarterback of the team, right?
Yep.
Now imagine if that was the quarterback that threw for 350 yards and we could have scored more touchdowns. But you're asking Derrick, hey, Derrick, I want you to be the quarterback and I want you to be the running back. I want you to be the tight end. I want you to block. I want you to do all this. I want you to be the offense. And that's what Derrick is trying to do. Derrick's like, look, and I think iterate what you said earlier about the Kobe mentality, that's what Derrick is like. You know what? I'm going to take this thing over and I'm going to do because we don't have nobody to throw to. The receivers are not getting open. They can block for me, but they're not getting open to help me out. So, yes, I got big concerns because when we go into the playoffs, you're asking, hey, Tannehill, win us the game. Well, Tannehill's going to look at me. How the hell am I supposed to win the game when I got me, Hulk, what about Rob, DO9, and Titan South out there playing?
Yep.
What are we doing? Titans organization, what are we doing? Right? Like I said, I don't want to negate the win itself. I don't want to do that. But we have a big glaring hole. We have a big glaring hole, and it's a problem. And we need, and imagine if Malik had a number one receiver, he can comfortably throw to, right? I don't want to keep harping on the AJ Brown thing, but everybody in the comment section is saying it. They're saying it. When do we tap John Robinson on the hand and say bad John Robinson, right? We give him a lot of praise, but when he does silly stuff like this, we kind of sweep it under the rug. And J-Rob, we trust. We do. But what's happened? Another issue I got, another concern I got, Hawk, is our offensive line. Okay?
Yep.
Malik didn't have time to throw. I was looking at the tape. Hey, he should have threw it early. I'm like, well, he don't trust his offensive line. Hell, Tannehill barely trusts his offensive line. Hell, Tannehill gets, at least Malik tries to elude the pressure. Tannehill gets destroyed every time. And he's tough, right? We got some holes, bro, on offense. Defense, I'm not concerned about the defense. The defense is here. We straight. We good. I tell you that all the time. Don't worry about defense. But when it comes to that offense, bro, I'm concerned, dog. I've got a big concern. What about you, bro?
Yeah, great. Excellent points, man. Excellent points. And I do think the biggest concern moving forward for the team, Ryan Tannehill is going to be the quarterback. So it's like we have to all look at it like, okay, Ryan Tannehill is our quarterback. So the biggest hole is wide receiver. You know, we have, from a ranking standpoint, we have the worst set of receivers in the NFL as far as number of catches and yards. And it's not even close. Our receiver issue is a huge issue. And it is a situation where we do need to look to try to make something happen before the deadline, for sure, right? Our receiver is an issue. But I'm going to say this too. There's a lot of holes that we have. And then when looking at this particular game, you know, I know, again, it's his first game, but there was some throws that Malik Willis did miss, in particular the Chig throw, right? That's a play that's wide open, right? And I think with Malik being his first game, he's a third-round pick. It's going to take some time. Like it would take anybody time to get on the field and get used to it. And my hope is in watching film that, you know, they can sort of, you know, get used to, you know, coaching him and teaching him what he needs to do in that regard of him throwing the football. Because in many of the throws, he threw it late. He had a late read. He did. You know what I'm saying? There were times, go ahead and throw the football, right? Go ahead and throw it to the open guy. Sometimes, again, our receivers aren't the greatest. I do agree. But there are times where Malik Willis can make that throw. He should make that throw, okay? The interception was a bad interception. I do know Hollister flopped, but he did throw it behind Hollister. I don't know if Hollister would have to have sat in the hole, and Malik needed to throw it right then and there at that point. You know what I'm saying? So Malik Willis he's going to have to learn. It's a learning phase. Because see, if Ryan Tannehill is not ready against the Chiefs, how are we going to look on offense against Kansas City? Things will have to change to what we did against Houston. look, at the end of the day, all we needed to do was run the ball. So Malik didn't have to do much in the second half. Just hand off to Derrick Henry, and if you needed to run, go ahead and do that, right? And I would say there were opportunities for Malik Willis to run the ball. I'd say 1 or 2 times there were some missed blocks. Cody Hollister had a real bad missed block on the 10-yard line going out, where the field was wide open and Malik Willis got tackled. If he makes that block, Malik Willis is out there one-on-one. That could have been an 80-yard touchdown, right? So, the good thing about it for Malik is he got out there, he's got some experience. And so now it's like, okay, cool. You can only build on that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we need more talent. We need more personnel. That is true. But in anything, you got to look at yourself too. Like, well, what can I do better? If I'm Malik Willis, am I walking away like I had an A+ during this game? No, sir. There are things I got to work on. I got to throw it better. I got to set my feet right. Most of his throws were off because his feet were not set. There were times as well, like, they did a few shotgun plays, but they were real quick. But the plays took a long time to develop. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, those are things they're going to have to work on. It's his first game. We shared it on the Malik Willis show that we talked about on Saturday, and on Sunday, actually, that we felt that he wouldn't be great. It's just going to take time. You know what I mean? So I think that's a concern in that regard. But moving forward, our wide receiver group is the biggest concern because Malik Willis is not going to play. You know what I'm saying? It's Tannehill. In the season, as playoff goes on, unless Tannehill gets hurt, he's got to have somebody to throw it to. And it's just not there right now. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts on paper. And I'm gonna give Ricky Jenkins a game ball here, because at the end of the day, even when Tannehill's out there, Tannehill gives us the best chance to win. I've been at the games. I've been at every home game. Hawk, you've been to some games. My vantage point when I see these things, Todd, I'm gonna do it to you today, bro. You are not good. Todd down, and I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. And I've been harping on this since last year. It's a couple of beat writers that's been harping on Todd. Derrick Henry makes anybody look good. Derrick Henry can hide scabs, he can hide elements, he can make you and me look good, right? But going back, and shout out to my guy, the quarterback school, man. I got to give him a lot of credit. He's a YouTuber. He breaks down film on quarterbacks very well. So some of y'all probably know what I'm talking about. And I look at film separately, and then I kind of, especially on quarterbacks, and I kind of go and look at his film to see that I miss anything, right? And he kept saying something that was telling. He's like, man, I don't understand what type of route combinations that Todd Down has here, right? And then he said it again. He said the route combinations are kind of cluttered. And then when you look at all the 22, why do you have 2 receivers? Hawk, you know this. Why do you have 2 receivers running the same route in the same vicinity? You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's no space. When I see the Titans receivers, they're bunched up. They're running curls, but it's not a curl like you see a normal offense do. When you're running you're in a deep curl, but it's one of those things where you stop and come back. Even we have the possession receivers to do it, but they don't scheme nothing. Todd doesn't scheme nothing to open up and give enough space. And when I was watching Sunday's game, I'm looking and I'm like, okay, there's really no space and no separation to throw to, right? Now, when Tannehill's in the game, Tannehill can read it a lot quicker. You're like, okay, I'm going to get it out there. Either they're going to catch it or they're going to drop it, right? And I just noticed, I said, okay, is Tannehill seeing the same thing? Because even throughout this year, I looked at Tannehill, I'm like, why is Tannehill holding the ball a little bit too long? And I'm like, okay, it's the route combinations. I'm seeing things that just makes no sense. So when I look at this, and there you go, Ed Champ said it. Malik needs a quarterback guru. He needs somebody to develop him. And I think having him in a system like this can kind of hurt his career. Tannehill is already established. Tannehill has already been in the league for a long time to where he can come in and be like, all right, I got this. Let me go through the playbook. I got it. I go back to Mariota. Now, everybody harps on Mariota. You got Mariota stands and you got Mariota haters. One thing I'm seeing from Mariota, Arthur Smith is getting the best out of Mariota I've seen, right? I haven't seen Mariota look like that since his rookie year and since he was with Arthur Smith, right? He just got his way out of Tennessee. That's an example of putting somebody in the best position to be successful and win, right? Granted, Mariota has better receivers than we do. He has a better tight end than we do. But in the same breath, I'm asking, and I knew, like you said, how we knew this wasn't going. We knew this a game where Malik was going to mess up. We knew that, right? But if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to try to scheme up something to get these receivers open. I'm going to make them feel comfortable. I'm going to get the pocket moving. I'm going to get them rolling out. I'm going to get them on the run so where he can kind of see the field a little bit better. Because, Hawk, I'm going to give you credit here. You said back when we were talking about it, you said he's too small. And when you see him under center, he looks uncomfortable when he's under center. He not a miscommunication. When I seen on Sunday, it was a lot of false starts, a lot of miscommunication when he was calling out the blitzes. It was just nobody was on the same page. When he was out the shotgun, he looked a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more poised, right? So I think when Burks, and yes, Burks is still on AR, when Burks comes back, Burks is going to really have to step up because, like you said, Hawk, early in the season, you said Burks going to be our number one receiver. You said he's going to be our number one receiver by this time. I don't know if you anticipated him getting hurt, but if he wasn't hurt, he's going to be our number one receiver, and we need him bad. We need him bad. I would love Chase Claypool. Bring him in here because at least Tannehill will have to get some continuity with him, but Tannehill will have a sigh of relief and say, okay, I finally got me somebody I can throw to. But then I see what AJ's doing in Philly, and I'm like, okay, why we couldn't do the same thing? And what it's showing me, and I'm paying attention to Todd Downing, he doesn't know how to use his talent. Hawk, you even said this. Personnel issues, right? You said it. You said it a long time ago, man. Bro, personnel. And you're like, you know what, Hawk? You're right, bro. The personnel. Why? You see what I'm saying? I go back to last week's game when we were playing the Colts. I think it was the Colts. Yeah, we were playing the Colts. And when Tannehill threw to Jeff Swain and he was running it out wide in the end zone and he missed the ball. Imagine if that was a receiver and you schemed that up for a receiver or even Chig, that would have been a touchdown. So I think we know Malik needs work. We know Malik is not ready. We know that. Like a lot of fans know that. He's not a bust by a line. I've been seeing that on Twitter all day. Some people, he's a bust. He's trash. He's this. He needs to go. No, he's not a bust. He just needs somebody to work with him. He needs to get in the offseason and get with a Kurt Warner or a Tom Brady and say, hey, can I pick your brain? Can I learn how to get my feet? Can I do this? Shador Sanders, shout out to Deion Sanders' son from Jackson State, the Jackson State University, who has worked with the great Tom Brady. And you can see it when he's playing, right? Malik's going to have to put in the work on the offseason because this coaching staff is not going to utilize you right, bro. And if you listen to the show, shout out to you, Malik. Listen to me, young man. You got to do your own study. You got to do your own work. And you got to get better on your own, on your off time. That's like me and Hawk doing our jobs, and we got to get better to study on our own. You see what I'm saying? Because I just don't feel like the coaching staff can develop young quarterbacks like they need to. We've seen a couple come through, and they ain't here no more. So,
okay. I got you, man. I got you. So, okay. All right, cool. Okay. So, I would say this too, man. I know we've talked a lot about this as well too. And Titan Fox, there's no way for us to pin the comment, so we're gonna have to scroll to find it.
I'm finding it. I'm finding it. Yeah, okay. I'm finding it. Yeah.
All right. So
keep going,
I think more than anything, y'all, when you look at our offense just in general, man, this D09, this right here to me is exactly what we've been saying for the longest time. We just don't have talent. We don't have the personnel. And Jacques, you said for the longest time, man, you have to pin on John Robinson on that. That's on John Robinson, right? This is what makes Mike Vrabel an unbelievable coach. How are we 31 in the offense, total offense, and we're 5-2 in the number 2 seed in the AFC? That doesn't even add up. That's like that's like a car in a head-on collision with a truck and the car winning and the truck losing. It just doesn't add up, right? But it's happening. And so it is going to come to bite us. We run very well, yes, but I do not think we could, win a Super Bowl just running the football. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to pass the football. And when we pass the ball, we got to have guys that are capable of making catches. You know what I'm saying? So, Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
Right. So, I think I pinned the comment. I think I did. Hold on. Let me double check, man.
Okay.
I think I pinned it. I don't know. I'm checking now.
Okay.
Yeah. We can go ahead and go ahead to the chop up, Hawk, because I think I pinned the comment. I think I got you. I found the comment.
Okay.
You know what? Hold on. All
right.
Was it the Fox? Keep going, Hawk.
Okay.
I'm looking for your comment, the Fox, because I thought I seen it. There we go.
Hey, if you have not subscribed to our channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button as well. We got 73 people in the chat this evening. And again, happy Halloween to everybody, man. Hey, trick or treat. If you got candy like I do, and I be eating candy all night, man, I'm wired up. Hey, join us. You know what I'm saying? Hey, happy Halloween to you, man, for sure. So this is our favorite part of the show. As you all know, this is the chop up. So we want to give you all an opportunity to sit at the dinner table as well as chop up all the ingredients, break it down. And it's your opportunity, man, to ask us questions. We're going to fire off questions. We're going to answer them as quickly as we can. We're going to get as many questions as we can, man. So let's get it.
All right, I found a comment. This is a good comment, actually. So Titans Fox, and they sent this early in the show. I know you guys have a lot of topics to go over, but I want your opinion on a question. Do you think we can stay one-sided on offense without improving the pass game?
No. No, we cannot. No. We've had this same problem for years, man. It's been going on for a long time. And it's worse this year than it's ever been. You know, it's because of talent. You know, it's crazy. Ryan Tannehill, to me, is having a better season than he did last year, though he doesn't have as many yards. He's not making as many, interceptions as he's had. He hasn't made as many mistakes besides the Buffalo game. But it's going to come to bite us. Just like I talk about Buffalo, the issue they have is running back. Every team has a weakness, but some weaknesses are more glaring than others. Ours is very glaring, and that's our pass game. We ain't got it, man. No.
Right. Now, it's big facts. Now, it's the same here. Now, like you said, Hawk, this actually hurt us in the AFC Championship that year, right?
Yep.
Kind of hurt. It kind of hurt us last year. So now this is a big glaring hole that I don't know where John Robinson don't get it, but
that's right, man.
Jake Young with the 199. What up, brother? Thank you. He says, time's ticking, fellas. I pray something happens. He's talking about that trade deadline.
I know, man.
You already know my opinion on it.
Yep. Jake Young. Hey, bro, we appreciate it, man. Jake Young. Do. Boom. Jake Young in the building, folks. Hey, man. Yes, time is ticking for sure.
Yes, sir. And Dennis Coleman says, great point about needing to develop yourself. Henry needed George to break out. This staff isn't good at developing offensive talent. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just not, bro. It's just, unfortunately. Kendall G says, do you think we'll trade for no more wide receiver? Hawk, do you think?
So I tell you this, man. I tell you this. So we posed this question the other day, man, right? Will we make a move? I think the majority of us all said yes, me included, and you said no.
Yep.
And I'm talking, it was like 90% of folks said that we would make a move. So as before today, I actually changed my thoughts to no. I actually think we will now. We let Amadi go, Ugo Amadi. So a lot of times when those, they start making moves and they're not adding players, at times they might make a move. So the question is wide receiver. So I think we will make a move. I don't think it'll be a big move. And sadly, y'all, I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I don't think we're getting a receiver, man. What do you think, Shot?
The Hawk-Tradamus strikes again. I agree. Now, I said no. Like, I said no. But now, like you said, with this move, I think a small little practice squad player might come up. Or like you said, a random defensive tackle or something that comes through here that makes the defense a number one defense. I mean, I think they're bent on winning with defense. I have a theory. My theory is I think that they're doing this to sign Big Jeff to a long-term contract. That's my theory. I think that's why they're not making no moves. They're trying to figure out how to get this joke in here for a long time and sign him to like a massive contract. Yeah. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, but before we get to your question, Bryce, if they don't get a deal done with Jeffrey Simmons, you talking about a show where me and Hawk gonna go off and act a fool. If you got kids in the room, you might want to leave them kids in the other room because I'm gonna be. You talking about letting AJ go and then you let Jeffrey Simmons go? You talking about
that'll be us. That'll be us right there, dude.
I might have to walk out on that one, bro. That'll really piss me off. You talking
that'll be the thumbnail right there. That's the thumbnail.
You gonna see the out North Nashville come out of me. That's what's gonna happen. So Bryce Tubbs said,
did you see the Jeffrey Simmons play that he tackled the offensive lineman and tackled the running back? It was crazy, man. That just tells you how Jeffrey Simmons is unreal. Go ahead, man.
Damon Pierce gave him his props. He said, man, them boys came to play. I said, shout out to Damon. Bryce Tubbs says, why are we so freaking against bringing in good new talent? Trades, free agents, etc. I mean, what you think, Hawk? Why?
Okay, so the one thing I will disagree on this comment, I do think in the past we have done that. We've brought in the Jadeveon Clowneys, the Vic Beasleys, the Julio Jones. We've done that. I'm not saying at a huge multitude, but we've made those things happen. But they have not panned out. And I sometimes think that John Robinson's now not as trigger happy. I think he's trigger slappy. I guess kind of like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think he's very nervous now because of that. And I don't think he needs to be. Here's the thing, Jacques, I've been saying this. We are the number 2 seed in the AFC right now. Isn't that crazy? Who's surprised about that? Number 2. So it's like, this is a year we need to make that move. We need to make a move.
We make it? I don't know.
You in the playoffs, 88% chance to make the playoffs. You need to make a move.
And what was our seed in last year? What we the no, we would. I know we were number 1 seed, but around this time, what were we this last year?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm
was
not
it?
Sure.
Was it number 2? I know we were we were battling number 1, number 2, number 1, number 3, number 1, number 1.
Yeah.
It was a battle back and forth. I think I'm not surprised because I was more surprised last year than I am this year because Vrabel, it's all Vrabel, man. It is freaking Mike Vrabel. He needs to win Coach of the Year. Now the Giants did lose yesterday, so he might mess around and win Coach of the Year. He needs to. Jay Wood said, "Do you think Racing Math coming back will help us out? Speed wise, maybe.
Yeah.
If he can stay healthy."
Yeah, the answer is yes, but how much of an impact? I don't think it's gonna be that big of an impact, but it'll help. We need them.
Right. Blackjack 1414. Hey, from Hawaii, by the way of Chattanooga, guys. Do you think having a complete two phases of the game will be enough to win in the playoffs?
What do you think?
Well, I'll take it. We've seen the same song and dance before. We've literally seen the same song, and that 2 style works only to a certain point and to a certain extent until you run into it. Like you see what the Bills are doing.
Yep.
I can't stand the Bills, but what they're doing, they're putting up points. And the scary part about it is, only way we can slow them down is if Henry does what he does. And he has to continue to pick up 5, 6, 7, 8 yards to keep us in short yardage range for us to be successful. And then how your offense has to score, we have to be on our side of the 50 in order to score to get into the red zone. You need every point, every inch of football and grass you need. So you're going to have to scratch, claw. You're going to have to ask everybody to contribute. In the playoffs, you're going to even have to ask Malik to say, hey, Malik, we're going to need you to do something, bro. I don't know what you need you to do. Yeah, they're going to need the fans. They're going to need, hey, do you talk, you play receiver? Can you do tight end? You know what I'm saying? So, man, I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Let me see.
And on the slick, too, I know we're talking a lot about receiver as far as we need offensive linemen too, man. Our O-line struggles, man. They played some beast defensive linemen. We're in trouble, especially on the left side, man. So I don't want to be blinded by that either, because we need some O-linemen too, man.
We do. We need it bad. Yeah. Let's see. Titan Fox Jock, we can either drop or restrict Tanny for cap space. Hey, I was just hypothetically talking. I don't know if it'll happen. I'm just saying if it did, it'll piss me off. We got Rashid with the $7 super chat. He says, with Tanny and enforcing some turnovers, can we get the upset in KC? Now, first, before we answer that, give him that.
Rashid. Hey, man. We appreciate it, Rashid. Hey, Rashid. Do-do-do-do. Boom. Rashid in the building, folks. Appreciate it, man.
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
it.
And Rashid, are you from Egypt? I just see your picture on your thing. So that's kind of cool, bro. Yes, let me say this. Defensively, I'm not going to count us out. I'm not going to say Kansas City is going to whoop our butt because our defense is actually better than Kansas City. I think, like you just said, with forcing turnovers, and if Tannehill can get back, yes, you have a shot to win the game. But it has to be the stars have to align. What you think, Hawk?
We have to play. It's crazy. We beat them. We beat the brakes off them last year, right? 26-3, right? Yeah. And sometimes you can trip up Kansas City. They have those type of games. Hopefully that's against us. Mm-hmm. But I would say too, man, like it's gonna be a struggle for us, man, because not so much our defense. I'm not gonna say they're gonna blow us. They're not gonna blow us out. And if we play Buffalo again, I do think we can hang with them. But we have to score enough points. I think that's where some struggles could be. We got to score enough points to beat the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, we got another super chat.
Kobe Montana with the $5 super chat. He says, I don't see us getting a wide receiver 1 during the trade deadline. I just don't see the front office openly conceding that they messed up trading for A.J. Brown. That's a hell of a point, boy.
It is. Kobe Montana. Hey, man. Do-do-do-do. Boom. Kobe Montana in the building, folks. And it's Kobe with a C. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Lauren says, Chris Conley, let me see. He says, Chris Conley is our offensive answer. Hey, I mean, if you can get him going, I know it sounds crazy, but you're going to need the brother. You're going to need somebody to step up, man.
Somebody has to, but they have to be capable too. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why they've been free agents, man. So they're going to turn it around. You know what I mean?
OBJ. He fits the criteria. He comes out. He's coming off an injury.
Yep.
Can he block?
That's funny, Jacques. Jacques, that's funny.
Can he block though? That's the question. Can he block?
Yeah, gotta block here.
So Dekian says maybe players don't want to play in our so-called not fun locker room. Maybe that's the side we don't know about.
Okay.
I've heard that players want to play for Vrabel because of his serious nature. And it could be a possibility. I don't think if I'm a receiver, I wouldn't want to come here because I just don't want to block. I want to catch the ball.
Right. Yeah, that's your receiving. Your receptions are going to go down coming here.
Go ahead, because you're probably about to answer the same. Go ahead.
But the thing is, if I'm okay, take Chase Claypool for example, right? George Pickens is their leading receiver right now. Okay, so because of that, Chase Claypool is now down. I think he had a decent game his last game, but he's now down on the depth chart. And I'm like, bro, you could be wide receiver 1. Why not take that chance? You know what I'm saying? You're going to increase your productivity and you could become our number 1 receiver. Why not take that chance? You know what I'm saying? If I'm Chase Claypool, just for example. What you going to say, Jacques?
Oh, do you think that's why AJ won't? I know he wanted to go play with his best friend, but do you think that's one of the reasons where he wasn't getting enough targets? Because at the beginning of that season, Todd Downing told AJ, I'm going to get you more targets. I'm going to get you the ball. I'm going to get you this. And he never did. He never freaking did. And I know AJ was hurt, but at the same breath, it's like, did AJ get tired of blocking? I'm just saying.
I don't know.
And speaking of blocking, First Impression TV says, if y'all look at Foreman's 40-plus yard run in the playoffs last year, it would have been a touchdown if AJ blocked.
Ooh,
that goes to my point. Was he tired of blocking? Like, as a receiver.
And why is he healthy in Philadelphia, not in Tennessee, too?
Exactly. That's a hell of a point. Who said that?
I did. I just said that, man. I don't understand that.
That's because he don't have to block.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to blocking, bro, it's a lot that goes into blocking. Yeah. You getting rolled up, your ankles getting rolled up. You I'm here to catch the damn ball. I'm not here to block.
Yeah.
Like
is it our training staff or what is it have in Philadelphia? They got that good juice, I guess, or something, man. I mean,
Titans staff, did you ask what are the odds of Titans trade for Mahomes in the future? Wow. Oh no. Blackjack TV says, so a few months removed from the AJ trade, do you get the feeling AJ trade might have been about more than just the contract? Do you think it's more about the contract, Hawk, or do you think it was an ego thing? What do you think?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it was an ego thing. I think you didn't hear anything about AJ Brown chirping until he saw Christian Kirk's contract. Yep. Immediately, AJ Brown said something on Twitter. That's true. I think they were not able to get the contract to where he wanted it to. I think, my opinion, I think the Titans was going to give him a contract, but probably lowballed him to what he wanted. Probably was a good contract, but just not as much as he thought. And I think he looked at that. It's like, oh, F y'all, man. Is that what you think about me? Cool. I'm going to test myself out here and see what I can get. The Titans probably try to run and be like, no, we meant to do this. We meant to say this. No, it's too late now, bro. I'm going to holler at you. I think that's what happened, man. That's just my opinion.
Kim Willis says Cincinnati got blown out tonight against Cleveland because their best receiver is on IR. The Titans need to go get a receiver, but they won't.
Kent Woods, man, bro. So I'm gonna tell you this, man. Tell me if y'all feel me on this. I used to always think, like, of course, quarterback is the most important position. And I used to always think wide receiver was an important position, but not the most important, because a lot of Super Bowl winners didn't have the best receiver on their team. They were like the New England Patriots had a bunch of dudes. Even Randy Moss didn't even win a Super Bowl with the Patriots, right? So they had a bunch of special team guys out there. The last 3 years, bro, to make it, you better have a good receiver out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Things have changed. Running backs are not as productive as they used to be. It's on the receivers, man. And so not having AJ Brown, who we drafted, hurts.
Mm-hmm. Well, we got the most productive running back in this year in the season. In my opinion, I think Henry's productive, but I get what you're saying though. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Jay Wood says I have a weird feeling that even if we got a Devontae Adams type player in this offense, we still wouldn't throw him the ball.
What's your thoughts on that, Jacques? I know you talk about that a lot.
He's right. Unfortunately, he's right. I mean, because if I look at Julio, I think Vrabel got mad at Julio because Julio he missed a block last year and he took him out the game. And I'm like, Vrabel, I like I told you once before, Hawk, I think John Robinson needs an offensive-minded consultant by his side when picking some just offense, period, right? Vrabel's a defensive-minded guy. He knows defense. That's why our defense is how it is now. They know how to build defense. But when it comes to offensive players, they just don't hit like they should. And I think he needs to be bringing some type of consultant, some young cat that can come in here and say, hey, John, I don't think that's a good idea. We can make this work this way versus this way. So that's my thought.
That's right.
Danko Hawkins says super sticker. He with the $20. Danko, brother.
Danko, bro. Appreciate that, Danko. What's going on with you, brother? How you doing, man? Hey, bro, we appreciate that, good sir, man. Hey, Danko, you get 2 on this one, bro. Do-do-do-do. Boom. Do-do-do-do. Boom. Danko Hawkins in the building, folks. 2 times, man. Danko, appreciate it, bro.
This is an interesting comment. So I'm gonna elaborate on this because somebody else said this that I know. Lawrence Williamson, this is a hell of a comment. Offense won't change until the king reign is over. # just block. So Mike, shout out to Big Mike. If you don't know Big Mike, he's on our he was on an Apple podcast chopping it up with the homies. Shout out to you, Big Mike. I was talking to him on Sunday, and he said kind of the same similar situation. He was like, hey, bro, so I'm gonna be honest with you. He said this offense won't change until the king is done. And I said, no. And then I got to thinking. I said, I never thought about it like that. Is it a possibility, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like until the king reign is over, because you don't have to do a lot when you have the king. When you have somebody, a human specimen like the king, who's like Wolverine / the Hulk / freaking Batman, you don't have to do a lot. That's why I say he's saving a lot of people. And let me ask you this, Hulk, and guys, I'm gonna ask you in the chat too. If we didn't have the king, would Todd Downing be fired tomorrow? Would this offense be matter of fact, if we didn't have the king and you take out Mike Vrabel, would Todd Downing be fired tomorrow? You had Mike Mularkey or Mike Munchak on this thing, and they were calling plays.
Yeah, probably so. I mean, I'm sure our roster, if we didn't have Derrick Henry, would be completely different. The way to judge that is what we had last year. Derrick Henry did miss almost all the season last year, so we didn't have the king. It wasn't a reign last year at all because he missed half the season, right? And so you can somewhat judge how he did at that point, and he did not do a good job. You know what I'm saying? We did well enough from a coaching standpoint for Mike Vrabel to get us to the 1 seed. So that's why you bring in Tim Kelly, right, to run the offense. Again, I would probably say yes, for sure.
He should have been gone. He should have been hired in the first place.
Yep.
Aiden says, do you think we'll give the king a big extension? Hawk, do you think we'll extend him?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe not a humongous deal, but yeah, I think so, man. I think he deserves it, man. If he's still balling, I mean, probably get him maybe another 2-year deal. You know what I'm saying? They gave him some money this year. So, I can see that. You know what I'm saying? I can. And I think so. I think they will. If he's still healthy and stuff.
Yeah. Kobe says, I disagree. When Henry went down, we turned the offense over to Foreman. Did y'all see what Foreman did Sunday?
That's a good point, Kobe.
Did you see what Foreman did? Foreman acted a clown. I know it's your boy, Hawk. He acted a clown.
Deontay Foreman was a great backup running back to Derrick Henry.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he looked like Derrick Henry at times. Right? He looked just like that Joker.
You know who compared him? I was watching that game, and somebody said the coach for the Carolina Panthers said he reminds him of Derrick Henry.
Yeah, that's how he runs. That's how he runs.
Yes,
he does.
And
Deontay Foreman is not a scrub. Deontay Foreman was a 3rd-round pick, and he was incredible at Texas. And and then he started for the Texans, and he had a really bad injury, and we just sort of caught him. We were lucky that he was healthy and ready to go, man.
Yep. Tight specs. Are you a genius? You just granted my hey, I'm telling you, I've been one of them gone. Lawrence Willis, we are a true 1990s football team. Good defense. Yeah. Okay. And how do you think we are a good 1990s football team, early 2000s?
Yeah, we are still lacking a receiver though. Yeah, we are. We play like a 90s, early 90s team that ran the ball, 40 to 50 times a game. Your quarterback probably threw the ball 16 times. So yes, yeah, we are.
You want us crazy? People, this is going to sound crazy, but some teams are trying to run the ball more to establish the run. Just the difference between them and us, like the Cowboys. I look at the Cowboys. Cowboys got Tony Pollard. That joker balled out, right?
Yep.
But they got receivers. I look at the Eagles. The Eagles are balanced as hell. I look at them. They got a great run game, but they got receivers and they got a quarterback.
They got receivers.
Just is what it is. So, see, Dub, I don't think so. We just let go of too many good offensive players. Losing Davis, Jonnu Smith, AJ was just terrible. Sprinkling Roger Saffold and Nola Wan is a recipe for disaster. You know, facts, no paper.
Yep.
You gave away the house. We had the formula. Let me say this. When Corey Davis left, I know a lot of people didn't like Corey Davis. And I know, Hawk, you got your issues with him with being the 5th overall pick. But right now, if we had Corey Davis, I would feel more comfortable in what the hell we got out there now.
Right.
I would definitely
I like Corey Davis. He got picked too early, but he was productive.
Right.
He done signed 2 big contracts in his career too.
Yep. I shout out to that young man. Brandon Roy said, I love to see Mariota, Pierce, Art. You know what? Shout out to the Falcons. Shout out to the freaking Falcons, because at least they're throwing the ball down the field. At least they're throwing to their receivers. At least their offense looks better than ours. I would say that. Minus the King. Looks better than ours. I know somebody earlier said that Todd Downey's scheme has helped us win games lately. I think it's actually Mike Vrabel who's helped us win games lately. I'm not giving that credit. I'll give some credit to some good plays. But Todd Downing, to me, I think Vrabel deserves the most of the credit versus Todd Downing. And I think they like Todd Downing in some way, some form of fashion. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's cheaper. I don't know.
So I have a question about Todd Downing. So, and this is for everyone else in the chat too. For this particular game against the Texans, with Malik Willis overall in this game, how do you all feel that he did as an offensive coordinator this game? Do y'all feel he did good, terrible, average? Just give us an overall thought of how he did as an offensive coordinator for this game against the Texans with Malik Willis. Go for it, Jacques.
His job. He did his job. His job was to say, hey, give it to 22, give it to Deontay Hilliard, keep the ball out of Malik's hands. He did that. When Malik threw that interception, Malik didn't throw no more the game. He said, keep handing it off. Keep handing it off. Keep handing it off. He did his job. He did his job. He did a good job at handing the ball off. And if it comes down to it and say, well, can we do better? Who can we go out there and get? There's a lot of capable offensive-minded coaches in college, in the NFL that you can pick from.
That's right.
Like I said, I have no issues, no personal issues with the man, but he did a good job. What he was told to do was run the ball against the 31st ranked defense. He did his job. Good job, Todd Downing. Good job. What about you, Hawk?
I have to agree. I agree. I think he just did his job. And I just think that it just came to a point. It's like, we're just running the ball too good. Just keep running the ball. I'm just, nothing dynamic. Just run the ball. I just think, again, his argument can always be, man, hey, I don't have offensive talent, so you can't fire me. He could say that. He can say that, though. We have every right to say you're gone. You know what I'm saying? Because of the many blunders he's had. But he can say, well, what do you expect me to do? And so, just like, having a third round rookie in his first game, you try to simplify it as much as you can. You know what I'm saying? Just run the ball. To the worst running defense I think I've ever seen in the NFL. So, like you said, he do nothing great. Just did his job. You know what I'm saying? Right. He did his job. The best play was the play he ran with Dontrell Hilliard. That was the fake to Derrick Henry to Dontrell. I thought that was a great play. But outside of that, nothing else was great. Just ran the ball.
I agree.
Yeah.
Bryce Tote says, why do y'all think we come into every year with the same offensive formula and expect a different result? Hawk, why do we do that?
Because of our talent that we have.
These are good questions, by the way, guys. These are thought-provoking questions. I like this. Keep y'all the best audience. Keep going, bro.
Yeah, man. Because our best players are running back. So you just kind of formulate it from there. Just like Kansas City's best players, Patrick Mahomes. So they can pretty much have the same offense. Josh Allen, same offense. So you run the offense based on who you have on your team. We don't have a throwing team, so we can't change it. We don't have the talent. That's a point I keep saying. We don't have the personnel to do all these different things. We have to be unbelievably creative and have Cody Hollister. You see the routes that Cody Hollister ran yesterday? They were poor routes, right? So, but he's your wide receiver number 2. He had the second most receiver snaps. Cody Hollister.
As somebody said it earlier, you had the formula and you let the formula go. And when you let the formula go like that, this is the results you get. I pay money. I'm invested in this team. I'm a season ticket holder. I don't want to see trash, right? That's like me putting my money into my house. I don't want to see my house dirty. And each time we got a new stadium coming. That's not going to be cheap. Am I gonna pay tickets to see a piss poor performance? No, I'm not gonna do that. Right? I can watch that on my couch. I'm always gonna be blue, but I'm not finna waste my money to go continue to see the same thing over and over again. Titans Fox says Todd was talking to him on the sideline saying, "Stop trying to make plays." Not sure how that gives our quarterback any good experience, but it was the right move. Yes, and that's why I'm gonna tell you something, and Hulk, let me know if I'm wrong.
Okay.
I think Malik should have been picked up by somebody like the Baltimore Ravens. And I know Baltimore Ravens fans complain about Greg Roman, but I got to give Greg Roman credit, and I got to give John Harbaugh credit here. They were able to take Lamar Jackson, who's one of the most dynamic runners, right, and keep him in the league and make plays and do things that tailor to him versus what we do, right? They develop him to the point where he's going to get signed somewhere, right? Imagine if he goes to the Colts and we got to put up with Lamar Jackson for the next 4 or 5 years. That's going to suck, okay? He's not the best thrower, but they were able to go 14-2. He won an MVP. You just don't get up and do that overnight, right? And I think if Malik would have went to a system like that, they can develop around his skill set. You come here as a young quarterback, I don't care if we got Kenny Pickett, Matt Corral, Sam Howell. It's just not the right system right now that's going to develop a young quarterback. We need a veteran quarterback. We should have got a veteran quarterback. We should have went out and got a veteran quarterback and I know we tried Aaron Rodgers, but they didn't want Aaron Rodgers. But somebody that's established that can come in and do what they do. So that's my thought on that. What you think about that, Hawk?
Well, it's to me right now, it's really way too early for me, man, to know, what he can or can't do. Even from a scheme standpoint, it's not to say Ty Down is going to be here forever because he, a lot of times offensive coordinators don't last that long, right? So, I would think that if Malik Willis was to be the quarterback at some point, you had to evaluate your offensive coordinator to say, is this the right fit for Malik Willis? Is this going to be that, or we hire somebody else to assist him? So it's really hard for me to assess him at this point, even from the first game. You know what I mean? Because it was just his first game, and we just ran the ball, and so. We definitely know Malik Willis has a lot of talent, especially running the ball, and then his arm strength. So I would say that. So yeah. So and I see people putting in grades too on his performance, man. That's interesting.
Okay, we're gonna get to that. C-Dub says 2019 AFC Championship. We had 3,500. He did throw for 3,500 yards, 1,500 yards rusher, which he did, 1,000-yard receiver, and also Corey, because Corey Davis. RJ Brown didn't have 1,000, and Corey had. So that's Arthur Smith. That's Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith. That's why he got a head coaching job, because he knew how to use his talent.
Right.
He knew how to use his talent. Okay, this is another good question. Do you think we should have drafted Bailey Zappi?
No. I'm fine with us drafting Malik Willis in the 3rd round, man.
No, but even I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Okay. So he says, Hawkins, I feel you, but you caping hard. Tannehill is what is keeping us afloat.
I think he's talking to Danko on. Okay. Danko's. So he's been talking about Tannehill.
Okay. Tannehill's okay. So C grade for him on Sunday. So he gave him a C. Let's see.
Yep. What is your grade for Malik Willis's performance, y'all? I gotta know this, man. I gotta see this. So we got a C for Jamison Meza. Okay.
Let's see. And then I'm going to get back to some more questions after that.
Okay.
Fire the whole coaching staff. 2 years ago, the best offense in the league. Yep. He just needs a coach to. Okay, I like this. He says Malik just needs a coach to hone in his talent. I agree. All right, let's see. Rodney says D. First impression says D-. We got Danko with a C. Jack Carpenter with a D-. Let's see.
These are fair grades. I get.
Don't see Malik Ryan Tannehill. Oh, I got you. Hold on, Danko. Danko, let me do this. Before I get there. Hello, thanks, Doc. What you don't see in Malik? Okay, Hawk, tell him. Danko, let me explain this to you. I've been on Malik's sides for almost a year or two, almost going on 2 years. I seen Malik playing college. I know what Malik is capable of. My gripe is you have an offensive coordinator that's not going to maximize his talent. Now, I could be totally wrong. Todd Downing can wake up one day and say, hey, we got this for you, we got that for you, we got this for you. I just think what you got for offensive coordinator is not going to maximize his talent. He didn't put him in the best situation to win. He didn't have to do nothing. He just hand the ball off. So in charge with a D. Oh, is it a B? Yeah, D. Yeah. C-. C minus.
C minus, yeah.
C minus.
Looks like that's probably the average C minus.
Let's see.
I would say the same. I'd say the same. I agree with you all. I think the same
because
too.
he had 7 weeks of practice sessions to improve his skills. Okay. But I would say this, Titan Fox, he hadn't had in-game situations either. So I agree with that, but at the same breath, it's hard. It's kind of hard to prepare to be a starter when you don't have to be the starter. Titan overdraft with a D.
But you know what's real though, Jacques? I mean, somebody might post this on here, but no one's saying A or B. And that to me, that's real. That folks,
that's realistic.
I'm just such a fan of Malik Willis. He's an A regardless. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying?
I love to get on the show, fellas. Hey, you know what? Hawk, I've been holding on this. What you think about one day doing a Twitter space? I don't know if you guys are real big on Twitter. If you don't follow us on Twitter, please follow us because that allows us to have that interaction with you guys. So I'm gonna chop it offline with you, chop it up offline with you, Hawk, about that, and I'll show you how to use it and everything. And Jake, y'all just be prepared. We'll get you on. Big Titan TV.
Salute. What's up? Hey, y'all check this channel out, man. Check him out.
So first impression would have been to see if he didn't get stopped at the goal line. Big Titan TV comes through with a D, he'll be fine. So you say
folks are being real. Folks are being real.
What grade you give him, Hawk?
C minus.
Okay. You know what I give him?
What's that?
You know, it's my boy. I give him a D.
Okay, understood.
Because of some of the missed opportunities of when his clock goes off, right?
Yep.
But to me, I think I criticize him more on the preparation when going to the line and calling out your blitzes and everything like that. Him and the O-line was not on sync at all.
They were not,
and it caused penalties. It was delay a game. It cost us a timeout. So I think more preparation on that part. I think he should have been more prepared on that part. Just the everyday, piece of it. Right. So,
and to me, the biggest issue I had for me is him delaying his throws. There were opportunities for him to get the ball out, and there were some folks open, especially the chick play.
Right.
If he'd had that throw, that was a simple throw. That's a touchdown. Yep. That's a touchdown. You got to make, as an NFL quarterback, there was nobody else. You have to make that throw.
I wish that was a Ryan Tannehill throw because I know Ryan Tannehill would do that, and Ryan Tannehill would have threw it to the point where and just the personnel. Why you have Chig in the game when Malik's in the game, but you don't have Chig in the game when Tannehill's in the game? I'm like, it makes no sense, man. I don't know, bro. I'm frustrated. It's crazy. Let's see. Titans Fox says, at your day job, do you get an A grade before you know how to do your job? No, you don't. Exactly. It's called training and preparation and repetition. Right. And if you can't get the repetition all the time, it hurts you. I bet you.
Oh,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I somewhat agree with that, but I'm looking at it totally different. If Malik Willis would have threw for 125 yards and had a touchdown and a rushing touchdown and no interceptions, I would have given him an A. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't look for him to have 350 yards. I didn't expect that anyway, and I wasn't expecting him to just be this superb like his first game. So he had a very good grade curve for me, to be honest with you, because when you look at his stats, he should have got an F. Mm-hmm. Okay, he should have got an F on his stats. True. His quarterback rating was at a 35. Okay, so I'm being somewhat generous only on the fact that when the 2-minute warning was running, he ran the offense pretty well. He had the threat of the run. He won the football game. He made the one interception, yes, but in the second half he played within the system. He's a third round rookie. So hey, he's 1-0 as a quarterback right now. So.
I agree. Corey Wood says coaches should incorporate more plays to play to the player's strength. Big facts. Yeah. Ricky Jenkins says he's overthinking, and I thought that too, Ricky. I thought that too. It's one of those things where he was overthinking. He was definitely overthinking. Like, bro, be you. And if I was an offensive coordinator, I'd be like, go play your game. Go win us the game. Go do you. Go be, like you said earlier, Hawk, go be Liberty Malik. When I seen him at Liberty, he didn't have a great offensive line, but their joker was zoom. And I'm like, okay, this makes no sense that you go from this to this. Now, I get it where they say can't read defenses. And when I hear that, let me say that. When I hear that, there's a certain reason why I hear that, okay? It is what it is, though. I ain't going to even go into that. But when I see athleticism and talent, go do you, bro. Go do you. And I think Todd Down and them should have told him, hey, go do y'all. You know what I mean? So
I think that I really think Malik Willis is very smart.
Yes.
I can see him processing plays. And the reason he didn't want to do certain things was he saw certain things. For him right now, it's about reaction time. I think he understands it. And I think he followed the coach. He didn't go out there kind of just playing whatever ball he wanted to play, like a lot of rookies do, right? I'm just going to just go out there and just do my thing. I think he processes things pretty well. It's just a matter of, hey, you got to make that read now. You got to go ahead and make that throw. He looked at the right player, but just didn't throw it at the right time. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts, no paper. So first impression got 2 questions. They said, did Malik look kind of slow or was he just overthinking?
That was a hell of a question, man. Because there were times he got walked down. He didn't go as fast. He wasn't as athletic as you normally would see, right?
He didn't.
I do agree.
Yeah, he looks slow.
I think it's well, he hadn't played. So let's look at that too. He hasn't played. He's been on the bench all season. So he's probably just not used to it. But I think most of it's overthinking.
Right. Yep.
I think he thinks I don't want to run the ball. I think that's what he's thinking. I want to throw the ball. I don't want to be Mike Vick, Lamar Jackson.
Yep. And that's exactly what it is, Hawk. Facts, no paper. That's exactly what it is. They done told him they beat that out of him early in preseason. Because you remember in preseason when he ran, he looked so I've never seen somebody run for a 50-yard play and look disappointed. Like I thought he got hurt or something. He like, man, I didn't want to run. And so you right, Hawk. Matter of fact, that might be the thing of the show. He don't want to run. He just wants to throw. He wants to throw. You can see that sometime in Tannehill too. When you say Tannehill, take off. And Tannehill like, nah, I ain't taking off, bro. I'm going to take this sack. That's what I'm going to do. And I think they trained him to do that. I think the Titans offensive coordinators and their staff said, hey, we don't want you to be Lamar Jackson. We don't want you to be Patrick Mahomes. We want you to be Tom Brady and sit in that pocket and throw that ball all day. And if you don't do it, it's a slap on the wrist that you're going to get when you come back to this sideline. Right. Let me see. And you know what, too? Let's see. Pressure to his first. You know what? This is a game you actually wanted him to play. Now, Sunday, if he got to play Sunday, and somebody asked it earlier, they said, was Tannehill going to play or was Malik going to play? And I forgot who asked that question. If you can remember, whoever asked that question, put it back in the chat. But that was a great question. Hawk, do you think Tannehill's going to play Sunday?
Well, it's too early to know now. You know, there's been, rumors that they'll know by Wednesday. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to be honest.
Don't say it, Hawk.
I might be wrong.
Say it, Hawk.
I think Malik Willis is going to be playing against the Chiefs.
Damn, Hawk Donis.
I do, man.
Hawk Donis.
I might be. I mean, if I'm wrong, hey, I'll say it on our show. Hey, Ryan Tannehill's ready to go. But but here's the thing. With him playing, I'm very. If he plays against Kansas City, I'm very nervous now. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, oh my gosh, right? Oh. But I do think that he should do better. Mm-hmm. He should do better, and I think the preparation will be better for him. And I do think they will allow him to be more liberty Malik. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, and Jake, I do agree. I if he was to play, I don't think we'll win the ball game. But I just think that it'll be an unbelievable amount of experience to play at Arrowhead Stadium, man. That's
the noise, the crowd noise, the atmosphere. That's hard, bro. You go from no noise to noise. Yeah. Hey, man. Whew.
Yeah. Hey, we'll take a few more questions, man. We'll take a few more.
Let's see. Bryce. So he said, what did I miss with the Tannehill injury? I thought the injury wasn't that serious. So I was telling Hawk this when we was at the game. I seen him grab his knee. I didn't see him grab his ankle. And I thought it was his knee, and then he grabbed his ankle and he take his ankle back up. I think it's more serious than we think. Something ain't right, bro. If he, like you said, Hawk, as you say that, I got that feeling too that Malik's going to play Sunday. I don't know why, but I think the injury is more serious. If he can't get on the plane to go to Houston, something tells me that's more serious than what it is. And you know how the Titans are when it comes to injuries. They don't disclose injuries like they should. They will hide an injury until it kind of slips out under the cracks. And you're like, man, I didn't know you was that messed. Like Eric Molden. I didn't know the Molden injury is this bad. He's almost missed half the season. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I don't know. Jake Yon, this is wishful thinking, bro. But so you seen that too, Titans Fox? Okay, so you seen, I'm not tripping. My Hawk, you seen that too, right?
Yep, I did. When you said that, I was like, oh, I did see that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure. During the game, man. And so this is a Sunday night football game. And somebody, Jake Yon did mention that. So that's why, Tannehill's probably like, man, look, man, hey, go ahead and stick me with the needle, man, and get all the steroids I need in my foot to get me right. But, he has a boot on his foot, man. He had gotten sick and everything. And yes, in charge Vol all day. Shout out to you, man. Yeah, he had the flu too. The flu is going. I don't know wherever you all might be in Nashville, man. The flu, man. I got folks that got the flu at my house right now. So there's something going on, man.
Even though they said it was the flu, because I think they asked somebody, they said, is it the flu that's keeping them out, or is it the ankle? And they said it was the ankle. So because you can give me some type of shot to kind of bounce me to try to get me through the game. It's hard to play sick, but I hope he plays. I mean, and my thing is, if he plays, we need to protect him, because if we don't protect him, this injury can get even more serious. So I think that's what I'm a little bit more afraid of. Yeah. And the defensive line is better than the Houston. Kansas City's defensive line is better than Houston.
Much better. Not even close. Kansas City arguably has they have top 5. They have a top 5 defense, and it's because of their front 7. So, and they got Jeffrey Simmons' mentor on there and Chris Jones. So them boys are ready, man. Kansas City, they know how we beat them last year. They're gonna be ready this year, man. So be ready.
They're gonna be on a whole nother level. They of course they don't got Tyreek Hill, but it's just, I don't know. They're on another level, bro. Jamison Mensah, oh boy, we're in trouble then if Monique Wills is starting against the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. JS75 says need to trade for O-line.
Yep.
So Titan Fox ain't gonna get in there.
Yep.
Titan Fox, I see you. I know how YouTube is, but I see you. Yeah, dog.
Man.
I don't know, man. Let's just hope and pray. But hold on. Let's see. Jakeon says them KC boys gonna be pissed. Like said if we stop 87, we can win. Yeah, but Juju's not playing bad, and but you know it's a crazy stat. They say Patrick Mahomes is 2-4 against the AFC South.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
they lost to the Colts this year, bro.
They did. If we need to study a game, we need to study the Colts game. Mm-hmm. Whatever the Colts did to beat them, we need to carbon copy that.
Yeah.
Play good defense.
Agreed, man. Well, folks, hey, y'all. Hey, we want to say thank you all, man, for joining the show, folks. We had almost up to 75 people in the chat at one time. We still got 63 here on as well, too, man. Hey, again, the Tennessee Titans with the big win over the Texans 17-10 as we go up against Kansas City this coming up Sunday. You know, we'll have the pregame show coming up for sure. We're going to have a special guest on that pregame show. So, check us out. I want to just say thank you all for joining our show, man. Again, we just recently got to 2K. So, again, I just want to continue to say thank you all as well. Something we haven't talked about, somebody brought this up on our last show, man, is, we still do have our merchandise, man. And our merchandise is fire. And I'm going to wear my hoodie on our next show, man. These just like a picture of our hoodies that we have. We got T-shirts, cups, mugs, you name it, wallets, masks, whatever, man. Hey, and they're great material, man. So check it out. In the description, I'll have it. It's under Teespring, TEE Spring, and check out Tennessee Titans Weekly. So you can also as well thank you, Zach Carpenter. Check us out on Instagram at Tennessee Titans Weekly. You can check us out on TikTok at Tennessee Titans Weekly and on Twitter, Titans Weekly 24/7. Hey, y'all know how we do, man.
Yes, sir. Thanks, when you do check those platforms out, please subscribe, cut your notification bells on, and please share the show. We got content, man, and we got some good content. We want to get it out there to more people and just grow the channel, man. And we get these donations we put back into the channel for y'all. So we really appreciate y'all subscribing and sticking with us late nights, you know what I mean? Because we do start the show kind of late. So we really appreciate y'all from the East Coast, Central Time. I know on the West Coast, it's probably like 9 o'clock out there. So we really appreciate y'all, man. And let's get to these Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday, man. Take us out, Hope.
Yes, sir. Well, hey, have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your week as well, man. We'll see y'all later this week for the pregame show. Hey, movie channel, cool movie reviews. Tell them, Jacques.
Yes, sir. So, guys, if you don't know, if you're into movies, if you love movie reviews, I do have a movie channel. What About Rob is subscribe to my channel, so shout out to you. It's called Cool Movie Reviews, and I do shows. I do review movies. I just posted a video about Black Panther and the hashtag recast T'Challa. So, man, when y'all get a chance, go check out the show, man. I actually might have my co-host on here, man, if we can go to the Black Panther review to have him review it with me. So Hawk, I might holler at you, bro. So
okay,
appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Well, as we always do, folks, have a great day. Facts.
No paper.